I've got this old canoe stashed in the woods here, and it weighs a lot. This thing weighs a ton, and it's bendy, it's orange, and it's an old Coleman canoe, and this thing is like really old, and it's been beat up, it's plastic, and it's mine. It's mine now. I bought it off of the person who stashed it here for a few years. And this is its home, here in the middle of the woods, next to a tiny lake. Look at that. Look how nice that is. Look, it's all bent in the middle. Let's see. No. All right. Well, here she is, all windswept in the wind on a beautiful fall day. Can't believe it. Look at this. It's fall. And I'm at the tent. Leaves on the ground. We get yellow around here. Not much for reds or oranges, just yellow. But I'll take it. I'll take it. It's an exciting time. Because you know what this means, right? When you get yellow leaves and really cold winds, it means winter's coming. And this thing is just going to be cooking. And tonight as well, one of the first things I'm doing is getting that wood stove going because it's cold. So around here you can see there's no holes. That looks good. What's going on around back? No holes around back either. That's great. It's looking good. Okay, let's check out the other side. I mean, it looks good. It looks really good. No holes. So that means there's, in all likelihood, nothing is in there in terms of animals. But to be sure, let's take a look. Shall we? Oh, storm flap. Look at all those dead flies. Oh no, they're still alive. You guys keep them warm, are you? Okay. I'm sure you'll fly away. What do we got here? How is it inside? Wow. I mean, it looks completely untouched. Ready to be camped in, that is for sure. Amazing. Okay, let's get that stove going. There you go. It's about 5 or 6 degrees Celsius, about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It's good stuff. Nice and cold. That's the way I want it. I want to get that wood stove going, and the colder it is in this tent, the better it is for the wood stove. No questions asked. So I'm thankful that it's this chilly. going to start with a piece of pallet, throw it in there, and then I'm going to throw in all of this stuff here. No real science to this today. Yeah, just like this. Let's get it in there. Just do it like this. All in there. Make a big mess. A lot of this stuff is rotten, but I think it'll burn. So, I really need to get a fire going outside. I do have that fire going inside and the tent is warming up really quickly, but now I need to cook. And I'm not going to cook inside. I've got some delicious food and I know better right now at this time of year in the fall when bears are thinking, let's eat, I got to fill up, you know, it's almost time to hibernate. They're going to be looking for food, and I'm sure if they smelled a pork chop cooking in my tent, they'd want to come on in. So 2 fires going at the same time right now. And thankfully I have a bunch of this old brush and these old dead trees lying around that I'm just trying to burn up to make this place look a whole heck of a lot nicer. They've accumulated over the last few years, and sometimes during the winter they just remain hidden under the snow and I don't even know they're there. So now I'm just going around and collecting everything. I'm throwing it in this. So I'm going to light this up. That tree I just sawed, it's a little bit green, but I think it'll be okay. I'm really starting to feel the chill from the wind coming off the lake. I'm going to try this. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just going to take a match and see if this is dry enough just to go up. Oh yeah. Stayed lit for a bit, and then it went out. Let's see. Take 2. Well, as you guys can see, it's warmed up a lot in the tent. It's almost 30 degrees, which is way too hot. It's almost 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And I have the door wide open at the same time, so these tents, man, I tell you, they're thin. I mean, it's just canvas. But they can heat up, and they can also get cold really, really fast. So that's why you have to keep that stove going all the time. Well, gonna have a little bit of coffee while I wait for that fire outside to burn down a bit. I want a nice bed of coals before I go throwing any pork chops on it. I'm gonna have my routine cup of coffee as soon as I get here. I think it's almost always the first thing I do when I get to the tent. Like, it's not the first thing I do a lot before I get to this point. I've been here 2 hours. It's the first thing I'm going to either eat or drink. It's going to be a cup of coffee. Set the stage. Instant all the time. So fast to make instant coffee. Super strong. Not a lot of water in these little cups. I know TA Outdoors, I don't know if you guys follow that channel, but he recently put up a video about like the 7 ways you can make coffee in the woods. And man, he's fancy with his coffee. He's got Bodems and coffee presses and all kinds of, he's got a wooden cup. He's got some fancy stuff on the go. I've got a Stanley plastic cup. I think it's ceramic on the inside though. It retains heat, I'm telling you. Even though it's letting all this heat out of the top, if I take this outside, it's going to stay hot for a long time. Hotter than and longer than if it's in like a regular mug, a glass mug. So yeah, I love this little Stanley cook pot. You guys see me use it. If you watch my channel, I've had that thing for years. It's all black now. It's been thrown in the stove. It's like my new thing, throwing it in the stove. I love it. Like, it's not fancy. It's not fancy at all, but it's who I am. And to be honest, when I'm at home, I drink 3 cups of instant coffee a day. 3 a day. First thing in the morning, then usually about, I usually go 1, 2, and then I'll pause, and then I'll have one early afternoon. And it's always instant because I can't tell the difference between a good and a bad coffee. Oh. Listen to that. Okay. Oh, they're coming along good. Should do it. These potatoes are perfect. Super greasy. We like potato chips. Oh man. And here comes. Oh yeah. That is perfect. Wow, look at that. Hey? Look at that. Okay. Eating outside. In the rain. Sprinkles now. And the cold wind. Well, this is going to be delicious. Oh, lots of salt. The old trusty Leatherman. Let's see. Let's see how this tastes. Oh man. Mmm. I love fat on pork. I could drink it. Mmm. Oh my God. Amazing. This is kind of romantic here, this lighting. Oh man, I gotta slow down. Got to slow down. Okay, that should be fine. So, I came down earlier to put some water in the lake and to put my ginger ale in the lake just to keep it cool. And I came across this really dense piece of driftwood. Now it's got a bit of rot, but it's so dense. I mean, I don't know, it might just be rotten the whole way through. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this thing up and I'm going to use it tonight for my firewood. I've got some green wood to go with it. I think a combination of some really old driftwood and some green wood. I think I'll have a good night. But this thing weighs a ton for how short it is, so it's probably a bit waterlogged. Whoa! not bad. Not bad on the inside. I like it. Free wood. It's beautiful. I'm throwing this in the stove right now. Yeah, punky on this end, but whatever. Too hot now. Oh yeah. This isn't the greatest axe, but it's beautiful wood. I got a sleeping bag for these conditions. Perfect for these temperatures here. This thing is rated to 0, which is perfect. Yeah, the last time I had the wool blanket, I regretted it a bit. Just wasn't comfortable. It's supposed to be pretty nice tomorrow, like similar to what the weather is today. And I'm gonna hang out for most of the day. And there's a spot that's not too far away from here that I'm gonna move to. And tomorrow we're gonna go there and we're gonna check it out. And it's gonna be a long process going to this new spot. And I'll explain it all to a certain extent. There's some things I kind of have to keep to myself about this location, but it's stellar. And the reason why I'm going there, well, I don't want to give too much away before we go and take a look tomorrow, but the rock is beautiful. It's like it's tiered, it goes up. There's already a tent there. I went to check it out the last time I was here. I don't know if you saw that video, maybe about a month ago. It'll be in the description. And it was my summer trip to the tent. And I went to check out that location, and oh, as soon as I got there, I thought this is where I want to be. So the canoe that I used today, I bought it off of the person that was using a tent there. And that person, their tent is there and their wood stove is there. And when I bought the canoe, I got the tent and the stove off of them as well. So there's going to be a bit of a bit of work that's going to need to be done. So look, I'm getting excited. I'm explaining this all to you before we even go over there, and I'll probably repeat myself again tomorrow. But that's the plan tomorrow. So go over there, check out the spot, see what it's like. I'm gonna, I'm really excited about it, and hopefully I can really take advantage of that location. The tent is coming down, that wood stove is coming out, and I have some long-term plans for the place, and they're not gonna take shape this winter, but in due time. So this camp is gonna be here all winter long where I am now, but that location over there, I'm gonna do some work on it, clean it up, and then take it over. So there's a mouse somewhere. Saw him last night. Opened the door to let some cool air in because it got pretty hot in here. And I was taking a breath of fresh air and just kind of like looking out, letting that cool air come over me. And I looked down, and there he was, scurrying on the deck outside of the tent. I thought to myself at first, that's the biggest spider I've ever seen. And then I realized, well, no, it's a mouse. And so I kicked the door. I was standing by the door, and I just gave the door a little kick to see what would happen. And that thing just took off, went underneath. Knowing that they're underneath of the tent doesn't bother me so much. I expected it. I mean, it's just pallets underneath of this thing that I put together, and then I just took some deck screws and put on some plywood, and I bet you it's a perfect home underneath, especially during winter. But it's really cozy in there. Once all the snow comes around and just like encases it, I bet you it's nice and toasty in there for mice. Got a mouse. As long as he stays outside, I'm happy. I thought about Alone. I think about Alone a lot, that show. And the first season when they started eating mice. And I thought to myself, could I, like, if I was out here by myself with no food, would I try to catch that mouse and eat it? The thing didn't look that much bigger than, you know, a couple of thumbs. That's it. Pretty small. I wouldn't say there's many calories on something like that. I wouldn't even know how to gut a mouse. I wouldn't even know where to start. So I don't know. Would you guys eat a mouse if you had to? I'm sure I would if I was hungry enough, but it didn't seem appetizing last night when I was thinking about it. Lots of little flies in here. Now, where's the coffee? There it is. Okay. So, no animals picked at the food. This is the new location that I am going to take over. This tent right here is mine now. It's a Norseman tent. This spot has been utilized for a long time, and the folks are done with it. I'm going to clean it up. I wonder if there's an animal in here. What's in this? What do they got in here? Cushions. Okay. Cushions and buckets. Oh, a little toilet seat. Okay. As you can see, this tent is a little bit damaged, but that's okay. I'm taking this thing down. It's got a rip in it. Right there. You can see. Condition is okay. Aside from that, that's a little patch job. That's nothing. But this fly is not high quality. It's just a tarp. Looks like a cheap tarp that has seen much better days. Their chimney set up comes out of the front of the tent. I like that. This tent's in pretty good shape, actually. I don't think it has any mold, but we'll have to take a closer look. Some rips for sure. Let's see here. It's got a few little rips, but those are minor. It's got some tape. It looks like they've had some rips before that they've taped up. This platform is very old. I think it was made from just recycled wood from the dump. And why do you ask, do I want this spot? Well, look at it. The view is insane. The rock is phenomenal. Where I am, I have lots of rock, but it's right up against the water. Whereas here, it's just all rock. And it's tiered. Look, they even have like a little kitchen area. Check this out. I have a little kitchen area. This is a cool little place to cook. A little place to have a fire. Oh, the cushion goes there. Okay, that'll be comfy in the winter time. Yeah, have a fire here, nice and protected. An old wheel. There's a little bit of garbage, some old wood here that I will happily burn. I might even take some of this back. Now I canoed over here. Takes a little bit to canoe over, not too long. And oh, look at this. Yes. Oh, I should have brought my saw. If I knew this was here. Okay, well, I'm salvaging this wood this winter. Quite a bit of wood, and I bet that stuff is just ready to burn. All kinds of little things. I don't know what this is for. It's for the fire, if you ask me. And another little pallet. That's gonna burn too. This tent is pulled tight. And look how low it is. Like, mine is so high compared to this tent. Now, what do we got? Oh yeah. Water. These folks were smart enough to bring water. Oh yeah. The tent is garbage. Well, it looks like I'm getting rid of the tent. That's okay. I'm fine with that. And the floor seems pretty solid. Got a bunch of old kitchen supplies here. That's a nice pot. Oh, maybe. That's a nice pot. Okay. This is actually useful today. I wonder if it works. I think I'm going to bring that over and use that. I have some propane, so I can cook my mac and cheese. I might grab the water too. Yeah, there's some, like the wood can be salvaged. I'll take this wood, but this tent has seen way better days. And look at the stove. Oh! It's one of these types of stoves. Okay. You ever watch Up North of 60? That's what they got. Stove like Up North of 60. And that is small. I'll clean that up and sell that. So one thing I'm seeing is mice droppings. So they've got mice in here. That's fine. My plan is to tear this whole thing down. I wonder why the mice haven't taken stuffing from this. I'm going to salvage this bench. This bench could come in handy. But look at that. Oh, that's perfect, folks. That is perfect. Hidden, but propped up. So the big reason why I'm doing this and taking over this location is that it's I want to have a more permanent structure. Like right now, having a tent, it's okay to have a tent where I live. A lot of people have tents, and I'm not breaking any rules by the way I have my tent set up too. My walls aren't higher than 4 feet, and I have a soft roof. So at this point, you know, officials are going to leave me alone. If I wanted to build a cabin, that would be a different story. Then they'd come and they'd put an eviction notice on me. This tent here has been here for almost a decade, and I think they would leave this location alone anyway, because it's pretty much been grandfathered in. But you know, the ultimate goal is to build something a little more permanent, and for that I'd need a permit. I don't know if I can get one around here, but I'll try. I'll try and see what happens, and if I get it, then I'll put a permanent structure right here on this gorgeous, look at this rock right here. Man, is that nice? This is where the cabin would go. I can't, where I am now, I love that spot and it has so many advantages to it, but I can't put a cabin there if I was ever to do it. I can leave my tent as it is, but I'd like to expand a bit. I'd like to have something a little more solid. Tent is beautiful and it's fun to be at, but cabin's the ultimate goal. Nice pot. So this is water I got over at that camp, and I imagine it's okay. There's not much propane left in that. And this one isn't an auto start, so I'm going to need matches. Let's see how this works. It works. Yes. Good old propane. Nice little backup stove. I took my other good stove home in case I wanted to use it this summer. I'm going to boil this water real good. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. Wow. we go. Gotta have pepper. It's chunky. The cheese didn't mix very well, but that's just gonna mean extra cheesy, delicious bites. That is so good. It's so good right now. Oh. Hey, look, I'm on Instagram, A J in the Woods. You want to check that out. I post pictures from time to time, especially around camp time. Like if I'm coming to the camp, I'm posting quite a bit. And if you like this video, the like button. How many times have you heard on YouTube that the like button really helps a YouTuber out? They say it does, so if you liked it, I mean, if you want to do that, that would be amazing. And yeah, feel free to subscribe, hit that notification button. If I can get back in October when it's even colder, and if that lake is still good, nice and open, I'll do it. That's like almost a trip every month. And then I'm hoping late November, early December, I'm here on snowmobile and the season is in full swing. So lots to do this winter. I'm gonna gut that old site. I'm going to enjoy my time here, just coming out in the brutal cold, eating meals like this. If you want to watch somebody eat fatty, not good for you meals, this is the channel. 100%. This is the channel for that. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody who's been watching and all my subscribers and everybody who comments. All of you mean a lot to me, and some of you regulars out there, you know who you are. It really means a lot to me that you look forward to these videos and that you say hi, and I love saying hi back. So thanks again. I'll be back really soon.